This is about really thinking about what are just like doing the things that you love to do that just come naturally. We're not growing. Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining me this week. So this week I got a lot of messages from people. A ton of people were asking me just for some tips and guidance on the fact that they felt like they had really lost themselves in their last relationship, and they wanted some insight on, how do I begin to get back to who I used to be? And I know that this is definitely a huge concern for people when they end relationships, regardless of how the relationship ends. How do we lost ourselves a little bit there, whether it's towards the end of a relationship when it was kind of dissolving, or throughout the whole relationship. We just lost ourselves and we don't know who we are anymore, and we want to get our confidence back and really be in a really great place. And so in this video, I wanted to give you some tips and things to think about, so if you yourself feel this way, you can start regaining your confidence and really get yourself back to not who you used to be, because you'll never be that person again, because now, life has happened and experiences and lessons, and hopefully we're always learning and growing, and we're becoming a better version of ourselves, a healthier version of ourselves. But we want to get to a place, we want to become the best person we can be with who we are in this moment and the information that we know. So let's get right into this week's video. So the first thing that will help you if you feel like you have really lost yourself in that last relationship is to get back to what you love to do. Now, this sounds very simple, but the fact of the matter is this is more than just, going out and shopping by yourself for a day, or, going to your buddy's house and just hanging out or having a couple of beers while you watch the football game. This is about really thinking about what are the things that you really love to do. What do you love to do? And doing them. So if you love cooking, then you need to get in the kitchen and do the things that fill you up inside, the things that make you tick, the things that make you who you are. It's so important to remember who we are right now, because if you feel like you've lost yourself, then that means that you don't know who you are right now. And understanding, well, what are the things that make me tick? What are the things that make me happy? Do I love going for hikes? And if there's no one around, I go for a hike by myself. Do I love playing basketball? Do I love golfing? Maybe I can go and hit some golf balls, or round up a couple people and go play, 18 holes or whatever. Or if I love going to the spa, or if I love painting or reading, or, working on a hobby that I just kind of started, or sewing, or, doing carpentry and building things, whatever it is, just finding the things that you love to do that make you who you are and doing them. That is so important, because when you're doing something that you genuinely love to do, that is actually self-nurturing, and that's showing yourself self-love. That's really taking care of yourself, because you're setting aside time for yourself to do the things that you love to do, and that's really important. And just like doing the things that you love to do that just come naturally to you, the second part of this is you have to get out of your comfort zone. So many people will ask me, how do I build confidence in myself? I lost my confidence in my last relationship, and I don't really know how to get it back, and I'm nervous to do online dating because I've, a really bad past experience that I'm just coming out of. And one of the things that I always tell people when they want to learn how to gain self-confidence is, of course, I always focus on your self-talk. Doing affirmations, learning where your thoughts come from, learning how to monitor your thoughts, and replacing them with positive and healthy thoughts. And this is where the affirmations and the meditations help. But the other thing is, you have to do things that scare you. You have to do things that are stretching yourself, that are challenging yourself. Because if you never get out of your comfort zone, there's only so much, positive self-talk we can say to ourselves. And then that talk has to actually allow us to take action. And if we're not taking action on anything, and we're not ever getting out of our comfort zone and really challenging ourselves to do certain things, then we're not growing. And I know Tony Robbins says this a lot, and it's really true. When we're growing and we're challenging ourselves and we're taking those little steps, these don't have to be big, huge leaps. They're just little steps to get you out of your comfort zone. You feel like you're making progress. You feel happier and more content with your life because you feel like you're progressing in life and you're not just standing still. So getting out of your comfort zone means, what is something that I've maybe always wanted to do that I haven't done? And why haven't I done it? And most likely it's because of fear and things of that sort. But really saying, okay, I've always wanted to get into shape and I have never done it. And I know for me, that was a big challenge for me. I always wanted to work out. I always had the drive, or I always had the desire to work out, but I didn't have the drive. And I always let those fear thoughts kind of take over and prevent me from just going to the gym, because I thought, well, I don't know how to use the equipment and I don't know what I'm doing and I'm going to look like a fool. When in fact, I literally started by just going for a walk around the block. I said, okay, I'm going to go for a walk around the block, and I stretched myself a little, and I got bored with being at that spot, that then I stretched myself even further. And that's how you start building confidence in yourself, is by saying, okay, what I love to do that I know scares me, but how can I do it where I'm taking steps at a time and I'm not just jumping into something? Because that seems more overwhelming than you just saying, okay, I'm going to make a little bit of progress at a time. So if there's something, a hobby or a new career, or really anything that you've always wanted to do, figure out what it is, and then figure out, okay, well, how can I just put my toe into it to get myself comfortable with then taking another step. So it's all about progress and challenging yourself to get yourself out of your comfort zone. That will give you the most confidence that you can ever imagine, really, because you're proving to yourself that you can do it, that you can take those steps, and that you're not scared and you're not fearful. That's the best thing that you can do for yourself in terms of getting yourself back to a better version of yourself. So the next thing is, you have to remember who you are. Now, when I talk about attracting a healthy partner into your life, or when I talk about healthy dating, and I always say, make a list of what you're looking for in a partner. I want him or her to have these character traits, or, whatever, your list. And it's very, very detailed list. And then we always think about, how we want to feel when we're with the right person. And that's so important towards finding a healthy partner, because if you don't know how you want to feel, then you won't know when you're actually meeting the right person, and then you really just take whatever comes your way. So that's absolutely so important. But for this, remembering who you are is, you need to make a list, not only of what it is you're looking for in a partner and all the traits that they have, but you need to make a list on all the traits that you have, or even some of the traits are things that you would like to have, or work on within yourself, or get better at. And I think that's so important, is to make that list, a list of who you are. And you read that list every single day, and everything on that list, as you're reading it, you really feel that feeling. So if you're an honest person and you're caring and you're thoughtful, really sit in that and love yourself through that thought of you thinking it about yourself, and how nice it makes you feel that you are a caring person, that you are a generous person. That's self-loving, and actually that is you doing positive affirmations, which kind of leads me into the next thing. I can't stress how important it is to constantly be feeding your mind. And I'm a life coach, and I have done this stuff for years now, and I still do it. This stuff is a constant practice, and it's become just a part of my life. So just like some people going to the gym is a part of their life, or doing whatever, waking up and running a mile, or waking up and just these habits that we have in our lives that we do that are healthy for us, listening to videos and feeding my mind and reading books and going to workshops and still investing in my own self, regardless of me coaching anyone else, investing in myself as well is a part of my life. And when you do affirmations and you do meditations and you listen to tapes throughout the day, you are constantly feeding your mind. And it is so, so important. And I literally can't stress it enough. It is probably one of the biggest things that you could ever do for yourself. And the reason why it's one of the best things that you can do for yourself is because there are going to be times, especially when you're coming out of a bad breakup and you feel like you've lost yourself, and you're just you're in the dumps. You're down in the dumps. You don't remember who you are. You feel like you've lost yourself. You're feeling hopeless. You're feeling depressed. You're nervous about the future. Just all of these feelings. We're going from being in a relationship to being single. All of these things, it's healthy and it's necessary to constantly be feeding your mind with the thoughts that you're not thinking because you're knee deep in. You have to understand that your mind has habits and programs and essentially is a tape. And that tape that's playing right now is causing you to have self-doubt, to not have confidence in yourself, to feel like you really lost yourself. And you're in this process or period of really feeling like you're all over the place. And in order to kind of grab everything and reel it back in and take charge of your thoughts and your mind, you have to feed it something. You have to feed it good information. So it's just like if you wanted to go work out and you wanted this amazing body, well, you can't eat the potato chips and drink the soda and smoke the cigarettes and, eat all of this fried food. You have to feed your body with the nutrients that it needs. So when you do start working out, you have, nutrients and vitamins that are actually working within your body to get your body to where you want it to be. And it's the same thing with your mind. The next thing is you have to start focusing on what do you want your life to be? So what are your goals? What's your purpose in life? What are your dreams? What do you want to get out of life? What do you really want? And that's really important because so often people go through life and they don't know who they are, they don't know what they want, and they don't even know where to begin, but just begin with what will make you happy. If you could just snap your fingers and say, this is the goal I want and I'm going to achieve it, what goal will that be? If you could say, this is what I want my life to be like, what does it look like to you? If you want to find your purpose in life, then start doing the work to get you there, to figure out, well, what will really make me happy? And diving into self-development and all of these things and learning about who you are and really loving yourself, you will get to what you should be doing in life and really feel that fulfillment. So if you want to get back to who you are, you need to also understand that you're trying to create a new life for yourself now. And it doesn't necessarily mean dating. It just means what will make you happy. Because if you're not happy and you're not fulfilled and you're not in a good spot, in a healthy spot, you're not going to attract the relationship that I know you really desire. We can go out, anyone can go out tomorrow and find a relationship or, find a job or, find a group of friends. But if you're watching this, then most likely you are a person that is a quality person and you want to be happy. But you need to really understand in your mind, what is happiness to you? What does it look like? What are the goals that I want to set for myself? Where do I want my life to be? And really start slowly getting yourself in that mindset of understanding, what do you really want out of life? That's really, really important. The next thing is, don't just talk about what you want, start taking action. It goes back to getting out of your comfort zone. The more you can be really clear on what it is that you want, the more you can start slowly taking action towards getting there. And again, if you're not the type of person that likes to just dive into the water, you like to kind of test the water first, that's fine. It's just a matter of getting up and actually doing something and taking steps to progress to get you back to not who you used to be, but a better version of yourself. We don't ever want to be an older version of ourselves. We want to be a better version of ourselves. We want to, maybe get back to who we once were in terms of things that we enjoy doing and what makes us tick inside, but we really want to get to a better, happier, healthier version of ourselves. So the last thing is invest in yourself. And this is absolutely huge, because if you want to be happy, if you want a healthy relationship, if you want to have a career that is fulfilling and you make money and you want happiness and peace and contentment and you want that spark back that you used to have within yourself, you just want a great life, you have to invest in yourself. None of this stuff is just you snap your fingers and you get it. It just doesn't work that way. So if you want to be happy, then you need to invest in doing the things that will get you there, and understand that if you're coming out of a relationship and you feel like you've lost yourself, this is going to take time. You're in boot camp right now, and we're working really hard to get you back to not who you used to be, but a better version of yourself. But you have to invest in yourself. You have to invest the time and the money to go to workshops, to, go to seminars, to, hire a coach and really invest the time and money into yourself. When you decide in yourself that you're done, that you want to be happy, you deserve to be happy, then you will stop at nothing. But when you don't have a higher standard for yourself, you won't invest the time and the money. So I hope that this has helped anyone out there that is struggling, if they feel like they really have lost themselves in their last relationship. You 100% can not only get yourself back, but become a better version of yourself. And that's the goal. We don't want to be who we used to be before that relationship, because that relationship changed us. It taught us some things that we needed to learn. It was brutal, it was painful, it was happy at times. It was all of these things that has helped create the person that is watching this tape today. So I hope that this has helped you guys out there to kind of motivate you and inspire you to do the things that you know you need to do to get yourself to where you want to be. So again, thank you guys so much for all of the love and comments and feedback. And if any of you have any questions, please don't forget to leave them in the comments section below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and I will see you next week.